She wasn't just a criminal. She was a police officer, a constable trusted with enforcing the law. But behind closed doors, Rosemary Ndlovu was allegedly designing murder plots, targeting the very people who trusted her the most, her own family, and she did it with planning, patience, and paperwork. The planning phase. What makes this case chilling isn't just the deaths, it's the preparation. Investigators later revealed that Rosemary systematically took out multiple life and funeral insurance policies, spread those policies across different insurance companies, listed herself as beneficiary, increased policy values over time in some cases. Relatives allegedly did not even know they were insured. She reportedly paid the monthly premiums herself, an investment she expected to cash in later. This wasn't random. This was structured, and it began years before she was ever suspected. The pattern of death. Between 2012 and 2018, several of her close relatives died violently. But these weren't natural deaths. They were shootings, stabbings, a house fire, and alleged arranged killings. And Rosemary was financially connected to every single victim. Authorities later argued that she did not personally carry out the killings. Instead, she outsourced them. The victims. One of the earliest confirmed victims linked to Ndlovu was her cousin, Witness Makubu. He was murdered in 2012. At the time, it appeared to be a violent crime, a robbery-style killing. There was no immediate suspicion of family involvement. But what investigators later uncovered was crucial. Rosemary had taken out life insurance and funeral cover policies on him. She was listed as the beneficiary. After his death, she received insurance payouts. At the time, it looked like tragedy. Years later, prosecutors argued it was the beginning of a pattern. In 2013, her boyfriend, Stanley, was shot and killed. His death was presented as a robbery. Again sudden, violent, tragic, but again insured. Evidence presented in court showed she had taken out policies on him as well. After his death, claims were made. During the trial, prosecutors argued that this killing was orchestrated for financial gain. The idea that she targeted not only blood relatives, but a romantic partner shocked the public. In 2015, another cousin, Audrey Makubu, died violently. By this time, multiple members of the same extended family had died within a few years. Yet no immediate link was made. Insurance records later revealed Rosemary again stood to benefit financially. Prosecutors argued this was not coincidence. It was continuation. Perhaps one of the most heartbreaking cases involved her sister, Joyce Ndlovu. Joyce died in a house fire. Initially, it appeared accidental. House fires happen. Tragedies happen. But investigators later determined the fire had likely been deliberately set. Insurance policies had been taken out on Joyce. Rosemary was the beneficiary. In court, the prosecution argued that this was a staged incident designed to look like an accident, making the insurance payout easier to process and reducing suspicion. The fact that she targeted her own sister deeply disturbed the nation. In 2018, her niece, Chipiso Ndlovu, was murdered. This death became a turning point. By now, authorities began noticing the frequency of violent deaths around Rosemary. Again, insurance links were discovered. Again, she stood to gain financially. Investigators began digging deeper, and that's when everything unraveled. In 2018, police used an undercover officer posing as a hitman. Unaware she was being recorded, Rosemary allegedly asked for specific family members to be killed, negotiated payment amounts, suggested how the murders should appear accidental, discussed timing and logistics. She allegedly provided names, locations, personal detail, and schedules. She even suggested methods that would make the deaths look like robberies or accidents, so insurance companies wouldn't suspect foul play.
ayikho emakhaya. Uyabona ukushisa number 1, nokuhamba number 1. Bengicabanga ukuthi sihambe manje ne, masihamba manje niyohlangana naye ngimbize sihlangane somewhere. Mina mhlambe ngifake imoto laphana yabona, ngimnikezele la philisi Njabule yabona, ngimtshele ngithi la maphilisi asiza ntambama mawulala uwaphuza womkhuhlane. Ngithi manje kuzingena isizini yomkhuhlane, ngithi niwaphuze mani lala ngoba ayalalisana. Then mina ngizokhona ukungena ke, akunamabhadla laphana. Ngibuyela la esibhedlela, ngibuyela la esibhedlela nayo baba endlini uyazi ukuthi ngila esibhedlela. So la esibhedlela ngicelile banginikeze i-pass out, bathe ngibuye ngo-4. So lana noma ngafika ngo-5, 6, 7 akunandaba as long ngibuyile. So ngoba ngithi indawo yokushisa ifuna ngishise kusebusuku yabona, ngiklini mina nginakucala ngazo. Mase bangitshela indaba mina kusasa ngiyavuka ngiyagijima ngiyekhaya. Ngicela amalungiselelo, ngiyaklima, ngenza zonke lezi zinto. Next week, next week.
According to court testimony, she was calm during these conversations. Businesslike, she reportedly discussed petrol bombings and staged break-ins. And perhaps most disturbing, she allegedly targeted her own mother and her sister's children in future plots. This wasn't emotional rage. This was calculated elimination. The verdict. In 2021, the High Court in Johannesburg convicted Rosemary Ndlovu of 6 counts of murder, attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and fraud. She was sentenced to 6 life terms in prison. The judge described her actions as calculated and driven by greed. Behind every crime story are real people, families torn apart, children without parents, siblings without sisters. The case of Rosemary Ndlovu remains one of South Africa's most disturbing examples of betrayal for profit. Because this wasn't random violence. It was targeted, it was planned, and it was done by someone they trusted. If you want more in-depth South African true crime stories told with detail and respect, subscribe. And tell me in the comments, which part of this case shocked you the most?